From Woody secretly belonging to Andy's dad to a hidden villain nobody suspects, today we're breaking down 10 hidden things you didn't notice in Toy Story. But first, if you love Woody, drop a cowboy hat emoji. And if you're a fan of Andy's toy box, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Number 1. Did Woody originally belong to Andy's father? It took years for fans to realize Woody might not have started out as Andy's toy at all. Andy's mom gives him Woody as a kid, but Woody himself is clearly from the 1950s, decades older than Andy. So, where did she actually get him? Here's the theory. Woody wasn't hers to begin with. He was part of her husband's own childhood. And when Andy's dad was gone, the only thing left to pass down to Andy was his father's favorite toy. We never see Andy's dad in the films. Not in a single photo, not in a single scene. So what if Woody is the only piece of him that's left? That's why Woody means everything to Andy. Not because he's rare or valuable, but because he might be all Andy has left of the father he never got to know. Number 2. Should Andy have given Woody to Bonnie at all? For years, watching Woody get tossed aside in Toy Story 4 stung, and it's easy to wish Andy had just kept him through college, maybe even passed him down to his own kids someday. But here's the thing, regardless of Woody's own suggestion to give the toys away, or Bonnie's desperate desire to have her cowboy back, the final decision was always Andy's. He knew exactly what he was giving up when he let his best friends go, so that all of them, himself included, could build new lives. We just had no idea at the time that this choice would eventually lead Woody on an adventure traveling the world with the love of his life. Number 3, who is the cleaner that fixes Woody in Toy Story 2? Here's a detail even longtime fans miss. The cleaner who repairs Woody in Toy Story 2 is actually Jerry, a character pulled straight from Pixar's own short film, Gary's Game. Due to a massive time crunch during production, the animators simply didn't have time to design a brand new character from scratch, so they reused Jerry's existing model as a quiet nod to the short. And if you look closely inside one of his drawers, you can even spot a set of chess pieces hidden away. Another subtle wink at the short film he came from. Number 4. Did Andy know his toys were alive the whole time? In every single Toy Story movie, the toys freeze the instant Andy walks into the room. But have you ever noticed how Andy reacts when he finds them in spots he never left them? He never questions it. He just picks them up and keeps playing like nothing happened. Fans believe that's not lazy writing. It's a clue. In the first movie, Andy sets up an incredibly detailed adventure scenario for his toys before leaving the room, the kind of setup that would look very different if he came back to find everything rearranged. Then in the third movie, when Andy introduces each toy to Bonnie, he describes their personalities with such specific precision that it almost sounds like he watched them come to life himself. And there's an unreleased deleted scene where Andy is playing cowboys with Woody, drops a vase, and Woody catches it before it can shatter. The very fact that scene existed at all suggests the creators always intended for Andy to be right on the edge of knowing the truth. Number 5. Was Sid right about the toys? All along, everyone remembers Sid as the cruel kid who tears toys apart and rebuilds them into disturbing creations. But look closer. Sid doesn't destroy toys randomly. He tests exactly how much damage they can take, watching closely for any reaction. Almost like he already suspects they're hiding something, and here's where it gets crazy. At the end of the first film, Woody speaks directly to Sid, and every single mutant toy suddenly moves on its own, breaking the one rule toys are never supposed to break, and breaking it only for him. That means Sid's suspicion was correct the entire time. Toys really were alive, and his brutal experiments were the only thing that ever forced them to prove it. Andy loved his toys too much to ever question them, but Sid treated them like evidence, becoming the first human to actually uncover their secret. That's why the toys didn't just scare him off. They silenced the one person who actually knew the truth. And when Sid shows up years later as a quiet garbage man in Toy Story 3, he may still remember that every toy he ever destroyed was watching him the whole time, which makes his fate feel a lot darker than it first seems. Number 6. Why does Woody have a holster but no gun? Have you ever noticed Woody wears an empty holster? At first, it seems like a simple detail. Maybe he just lost the gun somewhere along the way, except that theory falls apart fast. In Toy Story 2, when Al examines Woody, the very first thing he notices missing is Woody's hat. Not a gun, and Al owns basically every piece of Woody's Roundup merchandise ever made, none of which ever shows Woody holding a firearm. So then why give him a holster at all? It's not that Pixar avoided guns entirely, the Green Army men carry them, and Buzz's laser functions as one too. The real answer is buried deep in an old Toy Story 3 video game, in a collectible card literally titled Gunless Law. Woody's empty holster isn't a mistake, it's a quiet statement about who he is. It's a constant reminder to friend and foe alike that Woody believes in resolving sibling conflict without violence. Number 7. Is Andy's mom secretly Jessie's original owner, Emily? It took 27 years for fans to notice this one. We know Jessie had an owner before Andy, a girl named Emily, always shown in flashbacks wearing a red cowboy hat. Years later, Andy is shown wearing a red cowboy hat too, and at first glance it looks like it belongs with Woody's set, but Woody's hat is brown. This one is red, exactly like Emily's. So what if Andy got that hat from his own mother, and his mother is actually Emily, all grown up? The clues stack up fast. Emily's bedroom was covered in posters from a band called the Lemurs, with roller skates tucked under her bed. In the yard sale scene, guess what Andy's mom is selling? The exact same roller skates and a cassette tape from that very same band. That would mean Andy's mom isn't just some background character, she's Jessie's original owner, reunited with her old toy without either of them ever realizing it. Number 8. Is Wheezy from Toy Story 2 secretly a villain? This theory might change how you see Toy Story 2 forever. Wheezy, the penguin, seems like a sweet, harmless character that Woody rescues at the start of the film. But what if that rescue wasn't as innocent as it looks? The theory goes like this. Wheezy, forgotten on a shelf for years, grew quietly jealous watching Andy play with Woody and Buzz instead of him. So when the yard sale happens, Wheezy doesn't actually try to save himself at all. He's counting on Woody attempting the rescue instead, hoping Woody gets swept up and sold off in the process. With Woody out of the picture, Wheezy would finally have a real shot at getting Andy's attention for himself. Number 9. 3 hidden details you missed in Toy Story 4. Here are 3 small facts most people scrolled right past. First, a car in the film carries the license plate RMRF97, a reference to 1997, the year a Pixar employee accidentally typed the wrong command and deleted the entire Toy Story 2 project file. Second, Mr. Potato Head's voice in this film was recorded posthumously, using archival audio from Don Rickles, who had passed away 2 years before the movie's release. And third, if you look closely, Buzz Lightyear's chest stickers are shown slowly peeling away throughout the film, a subtle visual reminder of just how much time has actually passed. Number 10. Does Bonnie have a secret daughter hidden in Monsters, Inc.? Remember the scene that broke everyone's heart when Andy hands his toys over to a little girl named Bonnie? That moment might be hiding a much bigger clue. In Monsters, Inc., every closet door leads to a different child's bedroom. But what if some of those doors also lead across time? One door opens into the room of a girl named Boo, sweet, curious, and completely fearless, sharing an uncanny resemblance to Bonnie beyond just a mutual love of toys. And then there's Jessie. In Toy Story 3, we watch Andy hand Jessie directly to Bonnie. Years later, Jessie turns up sitting in Boo's bedroom. Not a coincidence, a clue. What if Boo isn't just any random child, but Bonnie's own daughter, grown up in a different point in time, with Jessie quietly passed down from mother to daughter? And that's it. Which one caught you completely off guard? A theory or a tiny detail? Let me know in the comments. If you want the next part, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed, because we're uncovering even more secrets next time.